Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome in. Thank y'all so much. Y'all, yesterday was a disaster. Our lights went off a couple of times before we left the house yesterday because they're trimming the trees and stuff. And when we got back home, we didn't have any internet. So I unplugged the box, leave it unplugged for a little bit, plugged it back up. Nothing. I didn't think to unplug the little white box and reset it. So I called my neighbor and asked them, did they have internet, to make sure it wasn't, just us, that, other people were out too. And he said, oh, no, we got internet. Did you pay your internet bill? I said, yes. He said, no, we have it. He said, reset it on the back. I said, well, I've unplugged it. He said, no, do the reset button. Won't listen to them no more. When I reset it, I reset my box back to default with none of our devices pick up nowhere. So I called tech support. The guy got the internet back through. He told me to unplug the little white box on the wall and unplug the back of the router box. So we did all that. Still no internet, because what happened, it wouldn't register on none of our devices. So I couldn't go live yesterday. And I was so ready. I have been working on that shawl. Not on the one that we're doing on together, but on the separate one. And I am up to row 35. Y'all, this has been now this I will say is a job. But I am gladly doing it because, one, it is beautiful. Two, it is worth it. And this is what it looks like so far, up to row 35. I am loving it. So this would have looked good with what I had on Sunday, because I had a blue shirt on. But I couldn't wear it because I wasn't through. Hey, Hook Hook. So I've gotten everything wrote down. I am going to type it up once I complete the shawl in its entirety. That way y'all will have everything. Yes, yes, yes. And all the stitch counts and everything else. I know someone left a comment that they're having trouble with row 22. We left off on row 13, and I'm going to welcome everyone in. Welcome in Miss Vicky. Welcome in Miss Margie. Welcome in Miguel. Welcome in Chris. Welcome in Michelle. Welcome in Nana Michelle. Welcome in Sandra D. Welcome in Linda. Welcome in Dawn P. Welcome in Bonnie Got Knits and More. Welcome in Nisi. Welcome in Felicia. Welcome in Kimberly Ray. Welcome in Maribel. Welcome in Sanita. Lisa Y. Welcome in Miss Q Linda. Welcome in Green Stick Cottage. Welcome in Bree. Welcome in Brenda. Welcome in Lisa Crafty Corner. Welcome in Sandy. Not Sandy, Kim. Hook That Yarn. Welcome in Patty. Welcome in Diane Sharp. And Trina Lynn, welcome in. And Ronell, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I basically have up to row 35 rewritten this pattern in its entirety. Okay, Nana Michelle. Hey, Kelly, welcome in. I was over there listening to yours. I recorded a couple of videos before I went live. My Tuesday Mandala video. Then I got one that'll come out tomorrow, and then I'm going to have one that'll come out Thursday, because we're going to Mobile tomorrow. So I wanted to get some content out there for y'all. Hey, Renee with Natural Nay, welcome in. Someone also asked me to show how to do a triple. I'm assuming she's talking about where you do the double treble, triple treble, quadruple treble. So I'll be showing that tonight as well. We are going to pick back up on the pattern. Now if y'all want to, I can give y'all the numbers for rows 1 through 13 of what you should have at the end of every row if you want to write it down on your pattern. And you can count up to that point and make sure. Brie, it's not an easy pattern the way they wrote it. That way you can make sure that you have the right stitch count. But not each row, but most of the rows increase by 6. Hey, Sis Katrina. So, let me share this with y'all. This is what I've written out here. Of course, I give you the abbreviations, and then I wrote down what they had on the pattern. I wrote down what the parentheses mean and what the asterisks mean and stuff like that. At the end of row 1, you should have 8 double crochets. At the end of row 2, you should have 14 double crochets. At the end of row 3, you should have 20. At the end of row 4, you should have had 26. At the end of row 32, row 5, you should have had 32 double crochets. Row 6, you would have had 8 chain 5 spaces and 10 single crochets, including the 2 single crochets in your chain 2 space. Row 7, you would have had 8 4 double crochet chain 2 4 double crochet groups. And that's where we formed the chevron stitch. At the end of row 8, you would have had 4 chain 3 spaces and 6 chain 4 spaces. At the end of row 9, you would have had 6 4 double crochet groups and 4 3 double crochet groups. Row 10, you would have repeated row 2, and we would have had 62 double crochets at the end. Hey, Beverly Hickey, welcome in. She says, hi, all from Louisiana. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are coming to us in Alabama, but Louisiana is where I was born and raised. Row 11, you will have 68 double crochets. And row 11 is where we switch back and forth with the yarn. And I'm going to bring in the one that I'm currently working on just to show y'all those specific rows. So row 11 would have been our first color change, which is here. You should have ended with whatever color you used for your what I call contrast. Hey, Maritza. Hey, Lulu, Cindy, welcome in. You should have ended before your chain 2 space with that contrast color. Then your middle one would have been done in that one color. And then 12 through 13 was a repeat of row 2. Row 12, we should have had 74 double crochets. Row 13, we should have 80 double crochets. And now we're going to repeat rows 6 through 10 for 14 through 18. Hey, Angie, my fairy treasure, my pretty pink princess, welcome in. Hey, bestie, welcome in. If I've missed y'all, I don't intend on missing you. Oh, that's my Becky Sue story. I had it at the back of that pattern in my notebook. And the pattern calls for 5.5. I do recommend a 6.5. You get better drape and everything. And this is what I'm using. I'm actually using a 6.5 with this one right here. And on row 22, you see I have a stitch marker here. And there's a reason for that. This is where you're doing your chain 5s. And when you get here to your last ones, you're going to be left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Well, it tells you to chain 5, skip 3, and single crochet, and go and so forth. So what I did to make it work out and not have too many stitches I skipped the 3, singled in the 4th, I skipped that 5th one, and then I worked my single, chain 2, and single into the chain 2 space. Hey, Miss Margaret, welcome in. Now on this row here, where you're doing a color change every double crochet, nowhere in the pattern does it tell you when you get to your chain 2 space that you should do 1 double in the 1 color and then do 1 chain 2 and 1, because this is where we're changing our color. Hey, Jeanette with DOY, welcome in. And if you followed the pattern exactly, you would be sitting here trying to figure out, okay, this is gray, this is blue. What do I do my chain 2 in? And that should be white, gray, that should be blue. No. It requires a lot of thinking, and they got this pattern written for easy. This would stop somebody from wanting to crochet. And we just keep going, and I got all of these written down and everything. So, and I got these here for a reason, because 36 is another color change, and this is going to be we're fixing to start doing every not on this one, but when you get to this row, which is 36, it'll be changing every color. And this is letting me know that I should end with this color here. And then I work my 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles inside of here with the color that I'm going to be joining with from here on out. So, but I will finish this by the end of the week. And I will get that typed up and put on my community tab as a Word document. I mean, a Google document for y'all to be able to download. Now, we are also supposed to be showing y'all how, I'm supposed to also be showing y'all how to knit and purl. If y'all want to do that, we can do that now. Then we can get into the shawl, or we can do the shawl. And then we can do the knit and purl toward the end. Y'all let me know. But I am going to recommend, if you're wanting to do the knit and purl tonight, get you some big needles and some big yarn. It'll make it easier. So not only will you get the knit and purl, but you will also get how to cast on, how I cast on also. And did y'all see my community post? I got to show y'all this. I am knitting another one of Linda's hats right here. And I'm using 6.0 millimeters and a number 4 yarn. And this is the Impeccable Speckle Stripes. And the color of it is Newspaper Journal. And I'm almost through with it. I'm almost to the point where I'm getting ready to start decreasing on it. I'm not color controlling it. I'm just going with it. Hey, Joann, welcome in. Hey, Aisha. So, I'm almost done with it. I'm making this one for my husband. This is about 3 inches, and he wants to be able to flip it up, but I don't think he's going to flip it up because this is kind of thick. He's comparing it to his Carhartt hat. It's real thin. You can't compare that to that. Yep, I am too. I'm loving how it's working up. And this is all knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1 for the brim. And then it's after you do your brim, the width that you want it, you do 1 row of knit, 1 row of purl, 1 row of knit, 1 row of purl, back and forth. And that forms the stockinette stitch. And she shows you how to do your decreases, and you see this is worked on straight needles, not in a round. So no DPNs needed here. And that's why I like her hat pattern. And I love how it's turning out. Should have been able to finish it today, but I've been busy around the house. Well, that one just fell. Okay, so we'll do the knit and purl after the shawl pattern. Right now, let me know. We finished off on row 13 on the one that I was working on the live with y'all, right here. Row 13. And on row 13, I should have 80 double crochets. I have not counted them to see do I have 80. Those that are making this, let me know what row y'all are on. And I have 80. Hey, Jen, my friend, welcome in. I finished row 20 last night. Felicia's on row 28. Vicky is stuck on row 22. Okay, Miss Vicky, what are you stuck on? I can bring my blue one back up. And I tell you what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to leave that attached. All right, Bree's on row 22. Because I can just talk y'all through. Okay, the earliest row I'm seeing right now is row 20. Is anyone on a row earlier row than 20? Okay, green stick after row 20. You're going to do another row 2. Now, before you move forward, make sure you have 134 double crochets at the end of row 20. And then for row 21, you should have 140 double crochets. So count your number of double crochets that you should have for row 20 and make sure they're correct. And Miss Vicky, yes, Angie, no DPNs because I'm not coordinated enough to do DPN. Not yet anyway. Okay, Miss Vicky, what are you hung up on row 22? You have 2 double crochet left before the corner. So what you need to do, Miss Vicky, is go back to row 21 and make sure row 21 is 140 double crochets. Hey, Tank. Hey, Crafty Critter Christina, welcome in. This pattern, unfortunately, requires a whole lot of counting, which apparently yes, this is a free pattern. It's in the you can get the pattern link in the description of this video. I already put it in there. Or you can go to my community page and it should be the first one in there because I shared this video out and put the link in there as well. This is the Hobby Lobby free pattern right here that you can either get in store or you can click that link and get it from their website. Yep, it is free. Free. So Miss Vicky and when you do your single crochet right here before your corner, Bree, and you chain your 5, do you have 5 double crochets left? Christina, not yet because I have not completed it all the way. This is the second one that I'm doing, and I'm on row 36. And I have to go through, and I'm going to show you something else with this pattern. So I'm on row 36. And I'm on row 35. Then it says 36, 37, continuing with C, which is going to be this color for me, dark denim. And then it says 38 through 43, repeat rows 6 through 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 5. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. That's 6. This should say 38 through 42. Then row 44 would be 43 through 44. And then row 45, then row 46. So that should be a 42, and that should be 43 through 44. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Christina, is on row 35. Once I get the rest of this written out, then I'll type it up and upload it. So, Bree, what you're going to do after you do your single and you chain your 5, skip 3, single crochet into the 4th one like you normally would do, and skip that next double crochet all together and go straight into your chain 2 space. Single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet, and then work back down. And at the end of row 22, you should have 34 chain 5 spaces and 36 single crochets, and that is counting the 2 single crochets into the corner space. Hey, Mama J-Way, welcome in. And then with row 23, I don't worry about counting the double crochets, but you do want to make sure that you can keep going, repeating the pattern. That you put your 4 doubles, chain 2 4 doubles in every chain 5 space. As long as you know you got 8 in each one, you'll know exactly how many doubles you got. But main thing is making sure that you have a total of 8 double crochets with a chain 2 space in every chain 5 space. Do I have to do the fix going back down like we? Yes. So what you'll do here, Bree, is you'll skip that first double crochet and then single crochet into the next one. And then you'll skip your 3 and single. So what you did on this side to get to the corner, you're going to do that on the opposite side. So you'll do your single crochet in the 4th double crochet, skip the next one, single, chain 2, single, skip the next double crochet, single into the next one, then chain 5 and skip the next 3 and single, and continue that all the way to the end, and it's going to come out exactly right. Yeah, what you do on one side going up, you have to do on the other side coming down. And then when you do your next row, make sure you put 2 doubles in the end, chain 3, single crochet into the chain 2 space, work 4 double crochets into the next chain 5, 4, skip all of those and single into the next chain 2 space. Chain 4, chain, single into the chain 2 space, and you'll do that all the way to the corner. These rows here is what is throwing everything off. Your chain 5 rows, your chain 3 and chain 4 rows. If you don't get this one right, then it's throwing everything else off. And they don't tell you, hey Tiffany, welcome in. They don't tell you how many. Hey D Yummy Elmo 69, if I didn't speak to you earlier, welcome, welcome, welcome. If they didn't tell you what you were supposed to. Hey Donna Castle, welcome in. Donna, I don't, but you can go back and watch my live from last Monday. And we started this then, and we got up to row 13 with this one here. And some people have moved forward with it. I am pretty much rewriting the pattern. With this one, I'm on row 35. And then I have 36 through 40. Can't remember if it's 45 or 46. 36 through 46 left. By the end of the week, I will have completed this and have how many double crochets and everything you should have at the end of every row. And then I am going to upload it as a Google document and paste it to my community tab. Hey, Carla, welcome in. Hey, Marsha Lee. Oh, thank you, Dee. Hey, Lucy's Crochet Spot, welcome in. And Miss Donna, if you don't mind, let us know where you're from. You're in Alabama tonight here at my house. And I can tell you very slowly for rows 1 through 34 what you should have right now. If you want to write it down on the pattern. If you do not have the pattern, it is a free pattern from Hobby Lobby. You may have seen it inside the store hanging up on the zip ties where you can tear it off and bring it home with you. There's a link in the description box of this video that you can click on, and it takes you to Hobby Lobby's website straight to the pattern, and you can print it off. Tank, that's what I said. Add some beads to this and it would be absolutely beautiful. And I can see Nana Michelle doing the beads with it. But the pattern, Donna, was written very poorly. They don't tell you how many double crochets you should have at each row, at the end of each row. And if you, like with row 22, you have more stitches than here, but your row count is right. Everything is right. You just have to, fudge it. You have to make it work. So I've done that work and figured out everything up to row 34. Well, I can give you 35 because it's changing colors every row. Every double crochet. And that's the thing. The pattern don't tell you how to do it like this. Because here you're changing colors to this color. And if you're just doing this, you would think, okay, after this, how do I do the chain 2 in this? Do I do it in gray since it says every double crochet? No, you want to do your chain 2, your double, chain 2 and double in the same color that you're going to continue with. which will be what you do here the same way. And I got 2 stitch markers here because I have mapped it out by doing this. And it does not tell you here, when you start this row, you're going to do your 2 double crochets in the first double and then your next double crochet. So in all, you're actually doing 3 double crochets. Then you're going to start your color change. And I've mapped it out. And when I get to here, this should be done in this color where I got my stitch marker. This last double crochet before my chain 2 space should be in this blue. Then I will do my 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles in the dark denim. Then I'll come back with the light blue and carry down to the end. And when I get here to the end, it will be 1 double in dark denim and 2 doubles in dark denim. Right, Nana Michelle, it says for an easy, it's an easy pattern, meaning that a beginner should be able to pick this pattern up and do it. Yeah, Miss Vicky, you might make sure on row 20 that you have 134 double crochets at the end of row 20. And at the end of row 21, you should have 140 double crochets. So let's do this. I'm going to bring my notes back in. And if you want to stop right now and let's write this stuff down. And you can see here where I've written stuff on the pattern. I've highlighted stuff and everything to the point where I ran out of room. So I went to my notebook and rewrote everything. Okay, I'm going to bring the small one in now. So for row 1, the very beginning, you should have 8 double crochets. Row 2, you should have 14. Oh, you're from Mississippi, Miss Donna? Yeah, I was born and raised in Louisiana, but I'm in Alabama now. For row 3, you should have 20 double crochets. One, two, three. For row 4, you should have 26 double crochets. Row 5, you should have 32 double crochets. Then for row 6, because we're working with we're putting 2 doubles at the beginning, then we're chaining 5 right here. And then we're doing a single crochet, skipping 3, single crochet, skip 3, single crochet, chain 5 in between. You should have 8 chain 5 spaces and 10 single crochets, including the 2 in the chain 2 space. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups of 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet in each chain 5 space. Then here on row 6, 7, 8, row 8, you're going to have 4 chain 3 spaces. Your very first chain is going to be a chain 3. Your very last chain will be a chain 3. So that is 2. the chain before your chain 2 space will be a chain 3. So that makes 4. So now we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6 chain 4 spaces. And that is row 8. And then on row 9, which is all double crochet, you will have 6, I got 6 4 double crochet groups and 4 3 double crochet groups. And that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're going to have, yeah, that's right. And I can tell you how many double crochets you will have all together. So 6, 1, 2, 3. 6 times 4 is 24. Because I have 6 groups of 1, 2, 3. So that's 24 and 24. 6 times 4 is 24. And this is how I did the math. And then I had 4 groups with 3 double crochets in it. So that is 12. Plus you have 2 at each beginning. So that's 4 more. And plus you have your 2 in the corner space, which is 4 more. So you should have 44 double crochets at the end of row 9. And I'm going to count them and see. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Nope, you're going to have more than that. You're going to have, I forgot about the single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more, so 54. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you should have a total of 56 double crochets at the end of row 9. I'm going to write that down. So on row 10, you should have 62 because it's going to increase by 6. Hey, Miss C, welcome in. Mama J, I think that would be really, really pretty. Good night, Dawn. Hey, Miss Beverly Lee, welcome in. I think it'll be pretty worked up with that Hobie Universe yarn. Miss Sandra, I'm gonna give all y'all a copy of how much each row should be and stuff. Now row 11 is where you're going to change your colors. And you should start out with 2 double crochets in this color, then switch over to your contrast color. Then 2 doubles, contrast, 2 doubles, contrast, 2 doubles, contrast. And you carry your yarn as you go. And when you get to your chain 2 space, you should work 2 in the contrast color. And then you're going to work your 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles in the corner in your color, main color. And then you're going to join back to the yellow, go contrast, main, all the way to the end. And you should end with this and have 1 stitch left, which is going to be your chain 2. And you work your last 2 in that 1 stitch. And at the end of row 2, you will have 62 double crochets. And then this is how I've been working it, y'all, to save me from ripping out, because I had to rip out. I would count, once I got to my corner, I would count my doubles. And I make sure I did not miss nothing. If you have 40 double crochets on this side, you should have 40 double crochets on this side. Hey, Miss Gloria, welcome in. Welcome, welcome, my Cancer sister. Welcome in. So before you move down the next side, make sure you count these and then count these as you go. And if you see you're not fixing to have enough, you got to go back rows and make sure that you didn't miss nothing down here. And I think where a lot of the problem is coming in at is right here when you chain 3 at the beginning and at the end and before your chain 2 space. We're only putting 3 double crochets in here. Then all the rest of them get 4. Then when you get to the next chain 3 space, you only put 3. You got to make sure that what's done on one side is done exactly on the other side. Row 11, you should have 68 double crochets. Rows 12 through 13 is a repeat of row 2. So at row 12, you should have 74 double crochets. And at row 13, you should have 80. Now row 14 is going to repeat row 6, which is here, which is your chain 5 spaces. Now I got to switch over to the next one and bring it back in so I can make sure. Okay, that was the color change. So that's row 11, row 12, 13, and then 14. 11, 12, 13. Okay, so row 14, you should have chain 5, skip 3, chain 5, skip 3, all the way up to your corner space, and everything should fall right in place. When you do your last single crochet, you should have 3 double crochets left. Skip them 3, single, chain 2, single into your chain 2 space. And then chain 5 and keep down, and it's going to come out perfect. And at the end of row 14, you will have 20 chain 5 spaces and 22 single crochets. And I always, when I say how many singles, that does include the 2 in the corner space. Hey, Lydia, welcome in. Miss Vicky says, how on row 9? How many on row 9? Row 9, you should have a total of 56 double crochets. Now, if you don't want to count it's good to count the double crochets too, to make sure that you put the right amount in each chain space. You should still have 6 chain 4 spaces, which will be 4 double crochet groups. So 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 1, 2, 3 here. And each one of those spaces is supposed to have 4 double crochets in them. This is your chain 3 space. And that one is supposed to have 3 double crochets. This is a chain 3 space, and this one is supposed to have 3 doubles. This is a chain 3 space, and this one is supposed to have 3 doubles. And then you're going to work a double in every single crochet that we put in the chain 2 space from the row below. So that's an extra double. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 extra doubles. And you should have a total of 56 double crochets. And I'm going to take this with me, and probably by the time we get to Mobile, I will be done with it. And when I get to Chastity's, I'll get on her laptop and I'll type this up. And I will share it. Because this is definitely, I'm taking this one with me. And you see the difference in how stiff this one is compared to this one. This one I was using a 5.5 on last Monday. This one I used a 6.5. So it's a very beautiful shawl. It's just a very poorly written pattern. To be classified as an easy pattern, because a beginner crocheter would probably give up crocheting altogether. Because if it says easy, then that means a beginner should be able to do it. Okay, on row 15, which is where we're doing our 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets in every chain 5 space. Oh yeah, Mama J, when you get a copy of this right here, and if you follow it exactly the way I've done it, you won't have to rip out anything. But I still recommend that you count as you go up and make sure. If I say 68 double crochets at the end of the row, just divide that by 2, and you should have 34 up one side and 34 down the other side. These are total numbers, not per side, that I'm giving you. So when you get this, if it says 128 double crochets, just divide it by 2. And then that would be 64 up one side and 64 down the other side. And Cindy, it should. That's the reason why they classify their patterns as easy, intermediate, advanced, and experienced. Because they have us crocheters classified as beginner, intermediate, advanced, and experienced. So, and that's why I give you how many chain 5 spaces you should have total. How many single crochets you should have. Because those are important. Then on this row, which is row 15, which would be a repeat of row 7, I tell you how many 4 double crochet groups. I actually have it written 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet groups, because that's what we're doing in every chain 5. You should have 20 of these. If you had 20 chain 5 spaces, then you should have 20 of these 4 double crochet groups. And as long as you know you put 4 doubles, chain 2, and 4 doubles in that chain 5 space, how many double crochets you have really don't matter. Yeah. And I simply grabbed these patterns thinking it was going to be some that I could help y'all learn how to read a pattern from. And turned out this was just a mess. So, first of all, you got it listed as an easy pattern. You don't have no abbreviations listed on the pattern. And most patterns come with abbreviations. Because if you're a beginner, you may not know all the associated abbreviations that there are for crochet. You could have learned how to crochet from watching someone on YouTube, and we don't use abbreviations when we do a tutorial. We actually say double crochet, single crochet. We don't say SC, DC. That's not how we teach. So if a beginner learned to crochet straight off of YouTube, they may not be familiar with the abbreviations and what they mean. Good night, Christina. And then on your next row, you're going to have 4 chain 3 spaces. 1 at the beginning of your chain 2 space and 1 after your chain 2 space right here. So 1 before and 1 after. You're also going to have 1 at the beginning and at the end right here. Then you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I just goofed that up trying to count both rows at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 18 chain 4 spaces. You lost 2 by doing chain 3s. So row 14, you will have 20 chain 5 spaces. Row 15, you're only going to have 24 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet. Row 16, you will have 18 chain 4 spaces and 4 chain 3 spaces. And then row 17, which is just a repeat of row 10, which is a repeat of row 2. Right here. You will have 116 double crochets. Then row 18, you will have 122. And then on row 19, you're going to start with 2 double crochets with your new color. Then go into the 1 gray, 1 blue, 1 gray, 1 blue. You're going to put 2 of the same colors in that first stitch. Does the pattern tell you to do that? No. So if you're following the pattern exactly, you're going to do 1 blue, 1 gray. It's not going to come out right. You're going to end up with the gray up here instead of the blue. And because you're changing your color to start the next repeats of the pattern for the next part of it, with this color, you want your 2 on the inside to be the color that you're going to in your chain 2 space. So, and then at the end of row 19, you should have 128 double crochets. And then you're going to repeat row 2 for rows 20 through 21. So row 20 would be 134 double crochets. Row 21 would be 140. Then for row 22, which is a repeat of row 6, you will have 34 chain 5 spaces. So that's going to be 17 up one side and 17 down the other. Now this is where you will have an offset. When you work your chain 5 here, skip 3 and you do that last single crochet there before your chain 2 space, you're going to have 5 double crochets left. You're going to skip 3 like it tells you to. Single crochet into the next stitch. skip that next double crochet and work that single into the next one, into your chain 2 space. Chain 2, single. Coming back down the other side, you're going to skip that first double crochet, single into the next one. Skip 3, single, chain 5, skip 3, single, chain 5. And you're going to do that all the way to the end. And when you get here, you will have 4 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to work that single in that very last, which is your chain 2 from the row below. And then you will repeat row 7 for 23. And you're going to have 34 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet groups. Row 24, you're going to repeat row 8. Remember, this is where we chain 3. So you're going to have 32 chain 4 spaces and 4 chain 3 spaces. For row 25, you're going to repeat row 10, which is row 2. You're going to have 186 double crochets. Then row 26, you will have 192. Then 27. Now, here we only did 2 and then went to the next color and did 2. Row 27, you're going to work 2 double crochets in that very first stitch. You're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch with the same color. Then you're going to start your 2 color repeat. And when you get to the corner, you should end before your chain 2 space with your contrasting color. Then you will work your 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles in the chain 2 space with your main color. And then you will continue that on down to the end. And when you get to the end, you will have 2 double crochets left, which is going to be your 2 doubles in that 1 stitch from the row below. You will work your 1 double, and then you will work your 2 doubles. And at the end of that row, you will have 198 double crochets. When you're dealing with just the double crochet rows, they increase by 6 each time. For row 28, which is here, you should have 204 double crochets. Row 29, you will have 210 double crochets. Row 30, you will have 52 chain 5 spaces. But again, here at the point, you will have exactly 4 double crochets left. You will skip those 3, work that single into the next one, single into your chain 2 space, chain 2, single into the chain 2 space, single into that very next double crochet, chain 5, skip 3, single, all the way to the end. And you will be left with 4 double crochets, and you will simply single crochet into the last chain, which is going to be the top of your chain 2. And if you're doing chain 2s like the pattern calls for, put a stitch marker in that top part of that chain 2 so you know you got to work in that stitch. Because if you don't, that could be throwing you off. Then row 31, you will still have 52 4 doubles, chain 2, 4 double crochet groups. row 33, 32, you will have 50 chain 4 spaces and 4 chain 3 spaces. Row 33, you will have 276 double crochets. And that was done, I did 50 times 4, which equals 200, because we have 50 chain 4 spaces and 4 double crochets are supposed to be in them. We had 4 chain 3 spaces, which has 3 double crochets in them, so that's 12. Then we had 26 double crochets up one side, which gives me a total of 52 extra double crochets. And then 6 double crochets here on the end, because I counted that one with the ends, and 6 on the in the corner. And I did count these, and that does come up to be 276 double crochets. Then row 34, you will have 282 double crochets. And then row 35, I've already gotten it written out. You're going to work 2 double crochets, alternating colors to last double crochet before chain 2 space, which is why I have my stitch markers here. Then you're going to work 1 double crochet in color C, which is this color, the dark denim. And then you're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets with the C color. So this will be done in dark denim, my corner. And this one before it will be done in the light blue. So, and then rows 36 through 37, when you're done with this row, you should have, that should be 290. 282 plus 6. You should have 288 at the end of row 35. And then at the end of row 36, you will have 294. And at the end of row 37, you should have 300. So, and that's as far as I've gotten with the math. I can't do row 38 till I actually do it to know exactly how many chain 5 spaces I'm going to have. But I'm taking this with me, so I may work on it some tonight too. And if I can, I would like to get it done tonight. If I can get it done tonight, then I'll upload it tomorrow. If not, I'm taking it with me to Mobile, and I will finish it. There. So that's where I'm at so far on it. Lolo, I'm going to type it up and send it to y'all. Hey, Judy in Michigan. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Mama J. And we're fixing to dance for Mama J and Tank. Thank y'all ladies so very much. I'm going to write y'all down. And we're going to have a members only live next week. And in our regular live too. But we'll do the members only live. Do y'all want to do it at 1 o'clock the same time, or do y'all want to do it before I actually go live? And this is for y'all ladies. Thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. We'll switch over for just a minute. Yeah, thank y'all so much. I did pick up some more of these when I went to Michael's. These are the 12.75 US 17 and 15 millimeter US 19. And I do have some extra ones. I'm going to be doing these as giveaways for those that want to join us next year with making the blanket and the super scarf and the boho cardigan. Now, these are excellent for the super scarf. And if you're wanting to learn to knit, these are wonderful to start learning with. So, I grabbed some more of those when I was at Michael's for y'all. Also, I'm just going to tell y'all now. If you're going to be joining us, I'm going to close this down for right now. It's going to go black. The best place, and y'all going to see a video tomorrow on this stuff. This 15.0 millimeter number 19, 36-inch fixed cable needle set was $21.99 at Joann's. But I went to Michael's and Joann Sunday, and then my husband took me to Hobby Lobby Monday. I said, you knew what you was doing, you little sucker. You knew the yarn wasn't on sale this week. So this one was $21.99. Now, I did use a coupon. I was able to get it for $14.07. But I'm going to tell you, go to Hobby Lobby and go on and get you these that are 47-inch. Got a 47-inch attached cable to them. They're Knitter's Pride. I opened up one of them, felt them. They are super smooth. Now, I was going to get every pack that they had, and I was going to do these as giveaways as well, but they only had 2. And I wanted to, because I'm going to have the boho cardigan on one and the blanket on one. But I will be going to Hobby Lobby in Mobile. And if they have them, I'm going to pick some up just for y'all for giveaways. These are $6.99, y'all. Let me get this pack so you can see it better. $6.99. Also, everybody was talking about these, and I had to get some to try, but I didn't want to pay full price for them. Michael's has this particular size, just this particular size. Maribel, these are US 19 15.0 millimeters, which is what Angie is doing the boho cardigan and the blanket in. So, okay, Cindy, good night. But these were $5 on clearance. And they have a steel cable, and it is very smooth. I did open them and feel it to see. It's like got a coating over it. I got every box that they had in every size, took it to the scanner and scanned it. I was in Michael so long, my husband left me and went down the road to the Walmart gas station and filled up the truck. And I come out and I'm like, I don't see him. I said, oh, Lord, he done left me. He said, bye, Jeannie. I'm going home. And we was in Prattville. And I said, Lord, who can I call to come pick me up? And I knew he didn't leave me for real. So I called him, and he said, I'm filling up the truck. I'll be right on back. I said, okay. So they had a little bench thing out there. I just sat out there and waited on him. But All the rest of them were not on clearance. This was the only size that was on clearance. So, and that's all and I got me a 3.0 Prim crochet hook. And that's all I got from Michael's, other than those 2 skeins of yarn that I'm doing the knit hat with. And Hobby Lobby has their Sewology thread for 99 cents now this week. As long as it's $2.49 to $3.49 for their sewing thread, you can get it for 99 cents. And that's in Hobby Lobby. But I could have got all the yarn I wanted to yesterday at Hobby Lobby for 30% off, because guess what they still had on the end cap, on the end of the row? The 30% off sign. And I could have took a picture, and I could have forced them to give it to me for 30% off. But I didn't go for yarn. So, do y'all want to learn knitting Purl? Continental style. Because that's what I've been doing on Linda's hat. But I was going to do it with big yarn and big needle so y'all could see it. So Nita says, I'm not listening. But I really do recommend you going to Hobby Lobby, because look, you can buy 3 sets with the 47-inch cord compared to paying $21.99 for 1 set from Joann's. $21.99, and you only get a 36-inch cord. And go to Hobby Lobby and pay $6.99 and get the Knitter's Prize. The wood is very, very smooth. Tiffany, I love the Prim hooks too, and they didn't have the 3.0 millimeters. Tank, it was on the sewing thread, like for sewers, not crocheters, but the sewing thread. And I get that transparent, and they had 3 of them, so I got all 3 of them. But if you do sewing, or you do like you repair stuff, you sew a patch on something or anything like that, then yeah, you can go and buy them. As long as they wasn't over $3.49, you got them for 99 cents. This is high cast on. I start with a slip knot. I do the long tail. I hold my yarn just like I do if I crochet. I might have to take these off. I go between my pinky and ring finger, underneath those 3, come between my index and my middle finger, come across that index finger, and split it just like that. And then you're going to bring it down to a V. You're going to come on this side of your thumb, go over to your yarn on your index finger, come back through that loop, pull off your thumb, and pull it. But you don't want to cast your stitches on too tight. And you're going to do that for every cast on. Just like that. And I don't know what yarn this is. I think it's some Premier yarn. And once you have them cast on, you now transfer them to your other hand. Yes, Jean, it does. Now, when I wrap this yarn around my pinky twice, like that, and over my finger like that. Now, to do a knit stitch, your yarn has to be behind your needle. Your thumb is towards your body. You're going to insert from the back of that stitch and push under your needle. Now, a continental style, I wrap it around it like that, bring it back through, push it up, and bring it off. And then I tighten that one up a little bit. And you're going to do that down every stitch. And these big old long needles in this table don't work good. And what I like to say when I'm doing it is, when you knit, you're pushing away from you and underneath. Route and bring under and pull off. This is knit stitch. So I'm pushing away from me. I've been slip the stitch back up. Behind the stitch, push away and under, route, and bring through and pull off. Behind the stitch, push away, route, bring through. Behind the stitch, route, pull up, behind the stitch. And you'll do that down every stitch. I'm scared I'm going to break these things. I hadn't broke them yet. And I knitted that whole super scarf behind me on a set of these. These are some I got off of Amazon. So just like that. Now the purl. Hey, Melissa, I'm going to get to yours next. I'm going to show you how to do a triple, treble, and a quadruple. I'm going to get to yours next. So for a purl stitch, our yarn is normally behind our needle like this for a knit stitch. When you get ready to purl, you're going to bring your yarn forward if you're a continental knitter. And I usually bring it down like that till I get my... Now for this stitch, you're going to go on the back side, on this side of your stitch, and come push towards you. Just like that. Yarn on top of the hook. I wrap like this, push down, bring it out, and bring it off. Yarn back on top, go behind it, under, route, push down, and bring it off. Yarn back on top, underneath it, push through, wrap it, push down, and off. Yarn back on top, under, route, push off. Just like that's how you do a purl. Continental way. Yarn on top of my hook in my left hand. I'm going to go underneath it, push through that stitch toward my hand, wrap it, push down and off, just like that. And you do that down every stitch. And then you come back and do a knit stitch on the next row, and then come back and do a purl stitch on the next row, and you will have done the stockinette stitch, which is what I did on the hat. And that is how I do my pearls continental. And Angie is going to teach y'all English. And I'm going slow because of these long needles, which I wanted to. If I had shorter ones, I'd be going faster. And I don't want to go fast. So just like that. And that is how you purl. And you see it's forming the V's. And if you wanted to, you could keep going with this. And come back up here. And now do a knit stitch. Yarn behind. Go here. Push through. Route. Pull through. And off. Just like that. So behind the stitch, away from you, underneath your needle, route, bring around, back on top, and off. And that is the knit stitch. Now when I have to do a brim where you knit one, purl one, I say it out. Whether it's silent or out loud, I will go knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. Until I get it worked up so far, then I can tell what's a purl and what's a knit. But when you're doing that stitch, knit one, purl one, you're going to start with a knit stitch and end with a purl. So if you get to the end, you don't end with a purl, then you know you missed them somewhere back. When I do that, I normally just rip it all out. So I'm going to show you purl one more time. So I'm turning my work. I'm going to bring the yarn over the top of my hook, like that. I'm going behind both of them, just like that. Wrap it and bring it through. And bring it off. Yarn back on top, going behind it, and through that next stitch, route, through, and bring it off. And that's how you purl. Continental style. So with a purl stitch, your yarn is on top of your needle. You're going behind it, going through that stitch, wrapping, pulling through, and you're coming out the bottom. With a knit stitch, when you pull it through, you're coming out on top. And that is how you purl. And it simply gives you a stockinette stitch if you purl one row and knit one row. And this is why I say get you some big needles and some big yarn and practice, because it's easier to see. And don't get metal, because metal will frustrate you, because I end up losing a lot of stitches. I hadn't mastered the metal needles yet. And that last one can always be tricky, and then tighten it up. And that's what the back looks like. And this is what the front will look like. Yes, and Miss Beverly, once I get that typed up, I'm going to post it to my community tab as a Google document, and you'll be able to download it. And you'll have those to reference the actual pattern by. So that's what it looks like. Not hard at all to purl. At all. So the knit stitch, Tiffany, what I like to say, your stitches, your hook is in your hand, your needle is in your hand like this. I consider this the front and this the back. So with the purl stitch, your yarn is in the back. Knit stitch, your yarn is in the back. You're going to go from the back and push under your needle. And I just wrap it like that. And see, when I come up, I'm coming on top. And bring it off. Same thing. Back, under, wrap. Bring it through and on top and off. Just like that. That is the knit stitch. Back, under, wrap, over, off. Away, under, over, off. Just like that. And the purl stitch is just the opposite. Instead of you going behind the stitch, you're going to bring your yarn on top of your needle, go underneath it, and go from the front to the back of the stitch, route, push it through and under, and then take it off. And do that same thing. Yarn on top, underneath it, from the front to the back of that stitch, route, bring it under, and push it off. And that is how you purl. Just like that. So now if you look at this, you can see knit stitch, purl stitch. You can see the actual difference. I got a hump here. That's a purl. I don't have that hump here. So those are knit stitches. And if you turn it over, you don't see the hump here. So you know those are your purls. And you see the hump here. So you know those are your knit stitches. Easy. Easy peasy. And that's basically all you're doing on Linda's hat. Now I'm going to take this out and I'm going to show Melissa how to do a triple, treble, and a quadruple. So let me get my hook and make a chain. So 1, 2. Lord, this yarn is splitting. Splitting on me. And I'm just going to work single crochets down it. And then we'll go into the stitches. This darn yarn does not want to cooperate crocheting. It's probably like, no, you just knitted me. You should have left me knitted. No, we're going to crochet you. I guess my husband's done turned the heat up, y'all. Thank God for fans. Can y'all hear it, though? You're welcome, Tiffany. All right, so I just got some single crochets crocheted. We're going to chain 1. And I'm going to work a single here, which is your basic single. Then I'm going to do a half double where you wrap your yarn around your hook, insert into that space, pull up a loop, wrap, and pull through all 3 loops. Now the next one is a double. Wrap your yarn around your hook, insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, and pull through 2. Now the next one I'm going to do is going to be a double treble. So I'm going to wrap my yarn twice, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, and pull through 2. Now the next one is going to be a treble. 1, 2, 3 wraps. Go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, and pull through 2. That is a triple treble. Let's do that one more time. Wrap your yarn 1, 2, and 3. Go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, and pull through 2. Now for a quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, and wrap and pull through 2. And that's a quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into that next stitch, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, and pull through 2. And that's a big old quadruple. So we started with a single, half double, double, double treble, triple treble, triple treble, quadruple, and quadruple. Did you get that, Melissa? If you're still here. So I'm going to do a triple. I'm going to wrap 3 times. go into that next stitch and work a treble. 1, 2, wrap, 2, wrap, 2. Do that again. Wrap my yarn 3 times, go into that next stitch, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, and pull through 2. Now double treble. Wrap my yarn twice around my hook, went into the next stitch, pulled up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2. Now I'm going to work a double. 1, 2. Now I have double. Pull, wrap, and pull through all 3 loops. And now a single. And that's all of the crochets. Well, not all of them, but that made a pretty stitch, didn't it? So only thing you do, Melissa, when you want to do a treble, you wrap your yarn around your hook 3 times. Hey, Ala Joe, welcome in. When you want to do a quadruple, you wrap it around 4 times. And you wrap and pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, and you continue wrapping and pulling through two stitches until you have 2 left. And then you wrap and pull through the last 2. If you want to do 5, you could just wrap your yarn around your hook 5 times. But that is what it. So this is a single, half double, double, double treble, triple, triple, quadruple, quadruple. And you can tell because you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little bars going across. On this one, we only have 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is a double treble. You got 1, 2. Just a double, you got 1. Half double, you don't have anything. Single, you just have your 2 legs. So that's how you can tell how many. Good night, Lisa. So, anything else before I shut this camera off? Oh, you're welcome, Melissa. I saw your message and I said, well, let me do it. And then I just repeated that down this side. And that's why it made that little shape there. I left a little hump in there. That could be turned into a mask. See? I don't know what protection you get with all them holes, but it's the shape of a mask. Could be a cute little doll mask. So that is what I am working on. Yeah, a Joann bracelet. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jeannie, put it on your wrist that you ain't already got one on. And put some beads on it. And that makes it stand up, too, when you pull it like that. Makes those stitches. I bet y'all wonder, how in the world do you ever crochet or knit? Because you can't even put a bracelet on. That makes them stand up. Looks like one of the turbines that you see on top of the house. You know, it has the blades on there and it turns when the wind, it pulls the air out of the attic and stuff. It's supposed to. That's what it reminds me of. Standing up there like that. But that would be a good bracelet. Okay, Miss Vicky. There you go, Olive Joe. Use a smaller yarn too. Yep. That would be pretty. So what are all of y'all actually working on? I just did my Mandala Tuesday video, and then I recorded what I got from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Joann's. I only bought 2 skeins of yarn, y'all, and they were $2 a skein, and that's what I'm using to make my husband's hat with. It's 160 yards. I should have enough in this one to finish it. Right here. For those that's just now coming in and didn't get to see it, this one. I'm not color controlling. I'm just working straight out the skein. And this is Loops and Threads Impeccable Speckle Stripes. And they had it for $2, and they only had the 2. So I said, well, I should be able to get a hat out of 1. But, hey, Mel's Crochet Corner and more. Welcome in, Mel. Margie's uploading a video and working on a cow. Thank you, Olive Joe. Mama J's Loom Knit and Twisted Tube Socks. Lydia says that's beautiful, Jeannie. Thank you, Lydia. Hey, my sweet Mel. Good to see you. Crocheting the spines for wings on amigurumi dragon that's 2 to 3 feet tall and long. Oh Lord, Deanna, I gotta finish my Winnie the Pooh and get that in the mail sometime after Thanksgiving. Working on 5 cows. I miss you all so much. Work been taking all my time. Honey, tell me about it. I'm making a bookmark on my flower knitting loom. Nana Michelle's working on a pineapple doily. Well, I hate to tell y'all what I'm working on. Angie said she's organizing all this yarn I had no business buying, but awesome Black Friday sales. Sandra D says, I'm sitting here falling asleep. Long day. Good night, Jenny and everyone. Good night, Miss Sandra. When I went to Joann's, they had the mandala cakes for $4.99. They had a lot of the other yarn for 30% off. They had their brand, the Big Twist, not the Big Twist Reverb and the other static yarn, and I guess they would consider them special yarns. They had them for 40% off. Oh, she found some Burnett Premium at Ollie's for $2.50 a skein. You know, that's where I didn't go. I did not go to Ollie's. Let me tell y'all what my husband tried to do. He tried to buy me a $400 purse. I stuck my hand up there. I said, is you okay? Huh? Is you? But we ain't had no coupon on it, so I didn't get it. It was one of them. I can't even pronounce the name of it. The Brahmin purses. It was oh, y'all, they got some purple ones. But I couldn't let him pay that much for no purse. I have 25 pages plus assembly by Christmas. They can only work at night. Daughter is homeschooled. Oh, wow. Yeah, Maribel, it's sweet of him, but the purse I got now is a what is it? That Born brand from Belts. I got it from the flea market. Paid $10 for it. It was brand new. Still had a tag on it, and it was regular $100 and something. He did buy me 2 Dooney and Burke purses. I still have them. I do still use them. But he loves those purses because they look like they're made out of crocodile, and some of them look like they're made out of python and stuff like that. They're nice. But Lord, that price. It's Brahmin. Y'all, my phone died. If y'all been sending anything to my phone, I ain't even powered it back on yet. I forgot all about that. It's Brahmin. They're made in Massachusetts with Italy leathers and stuff out of Italy. Well, see, Tank, that's what I want. I want a concealed carry purse too. But the one that he wanted to buy me would have concealed it just fine for me. And that's what I was looking at. Yeah, those are some gorgeous bags. They're beautiful. But this is, I'm gonna pull it up and show y'all the one I wanted. The one that it was new. They were just putting it out. And he seen it. And oh my God, he fell in love with it. I told him, let's wait till around Christmas time. They might have them actually on sale because they did have their Michael Kors for. There you go, Olive Joe. Brahmin. That's it. But it's this one particular color that they had just put on the shelf. And look, they even have them in like mermaid colors. Oh, y'all can't see because I don't have that up there, do y'all? Do I? They have them in like mermaid colors. Oh, that turned green. Get off of there. This is what I want to show. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person. That's the thing, D. I don't look at purses like that. I didn't want him buying the Dooney and Burke purses that he bought, but we did get them on sale. We saved over $100 on them. But this one, I'm gonna end up getting it. But I gotta be able to have a coupon and not pay full price for it. I try not to pay full price for nothing. I'm just gonna show y'all the colorway. This thing is beautiful. Look how pretty. That color, that's a new color. And it is gorgeous. $395 for the one I was looking at. And that was at Belk's. And they pretty much run the same price on their website too, because I went on here looking. Sandrine, here's their purple ones. They are, but you know what he says? He says buying a purse is an investment. You want to buy one that's going to last you a long time. Which is true, because if you buy cheap ones, you're going to pay 20-something for a good cheap one. You're going to have it for so many months, and then you're going to have to buy another one. I'm trying to see if they have that one in the style that I wanted. But the one I wanted, it had one zipper, and then it had dividers in the inside of it. And I was looking at that to be able to carry. So me and Miss Till can go everywhere together. I'm licensed to carry, y'all. I ain't gonna get in trouble. Well, come January the 1st here in Alabama, you don't have to have a permit to carry concealed no more. And I think that is just crazy. But only in the state of Alabama. If you want to travel with it, then you got to have a concealed. You got to have a permit. But yeah, I can't that's the only one I see in that style. But all that stuff coming through on my phone because I just turned it back on. Yeah, it's a lot of states like that now. We both got one. And we carry it with us when we travel, just for protection. But I'm gonna tell you, if I gotta pull mine out, I'm gonna use it. I ain't gonna scare you with it. Yes, Dawn, we like to change our purses more often. Madonna says, I'm 83 years old. I carry my stuff around in a Hy-Vee grocery bag. Yeah, Texas is that way. I pretty much have mine all the time, too. When I'm traveling, it's in the console. Loaded. I got a 38 special. I didn't want no 9mm. They get hung up too much. I got a 6-shooter revolver. Yep. Better to be safe than sorry nowadays. I saw where somebody had a wreck on Interstate 65, I want to say in Birmingham, and they're investigating it now because she had a gunshot wound. Exactly, Tank. An unloaded gun is useless. Well, that's what the permit is for. It gives you the ability to carry it loaded here in the state of Alabama. But come January 1st, you ain't got to. Now, Alabama accepts everybody's permits from other states, but everybody don't accept Alabama. Exactly, Deanna. I got mine for 5 years. My husband got his for 2. And even though he can carry it across state lines, he can't carry it in his big truck. It's against DOT rules and regulations. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of a bummer for him. Yeah, it's reciprocating, Tank. I think so too, Deanna, but they're not. Now trust me, he's got plenty of stuff in there to protect himself with. And he pull out that doggone steel pipe that he has to use to tie his loads down with. He hit you with that one time, you done for. And I don't care when I travel, y'all. It's just a habit. I always have a uh, pocket knife in my pocket too. It's not a knife. It's one of the foldable blades. I always, yeah, cheetah bar. Um, I always have one of them in my front pocket too. And I have pepper spray. I even have a thing on my keys that looks like a key, but it's a knife. You get them at Harbor Freight. They're like $1.99, but it's a knife. And it's gold. Looks just like a key. I go in courtrooms and stuff with them. No, Miss Vicky, I'm waiting till after Thanksgiving to mail it. That way it don't get held up. Because I ran into my post office lady in Walmart the other day, and she said hold it till after Thanksgiving because everything is in a mess right now, and I don't want nothing to get lost. I thought about getting a taser, Tank, but a taser ain't gonna help if somebody pull a gun on. Hey, Jeanette DOY, welcome in. Stun gun, yeah. I don't worry about it when I'm home because I have a shotgun. When you pull a shotgun, everybody runs because they can't run from them pellets coming out the end of that. But we got it because we had horses and stuff, and if coyotes and stuff come up, we could just shoot up in the air and they would run away. And I will sometimes shoot armadillos that's tearing up my darn yard. Yeah, because I told her I was fixing to have some packages for her to pick up, and she said, please wait till after Thanksgiving. And she said, because honestly, they're not going to ship till after then anyway. I have a 12 gauge pump 2 tank. I grew up. Oh, Brenda's putting her Christmas tree up and floofing the branches. Don't you just love doing that? I'm glad I don't have to put one up no more. I'm not a gun fanatic, and I think there does need to be better laws around them. But I think everybody needs some form of protection in some type of way. Too many people using them for the wrong reasons. Dollar Josie, y'all speaking my language tonight. I know you was in the Navy. I mean, I used to go squirrel hunting and rabbit hunting with my daddy. Never went deer hunting. Deer hunting to me is boring. You got to sit still. With rabbits, you want to walk in stirrup noise to make them run. What good is you making, Dawn? Well, my daddy was ex-military. My brother has it, but my grandfather had a double barrel 16 gauge with two triggers. And it was his. That gun is from the 1800s. It was his grandfather's. And my brother has it. And it still shoots. It got my daddy one time. He went to pull one trigger and both of them ended up pulling and it knocked him flat at his back. And my daddy's 6'4" and 200 and something pounds. He's a big old man. But when they pulled that one and both of them fired, it put him on his butt. Finished crockpot applesauce and apple butter earlier and finishing up chocolate covered peanut cluster. Ooh, Dawn, I love me some apple butter. Oh, spread that on some good old toast. Oh my gosh. That stuff be so good. Not the one you buy in the store. That's nasty. I like it homemade. And chocolate covered peanut clusters. That sounds good too. Now, my husband's got a 357. Snub nose 357. Now he can use my bullets, but I can't use his that are specific for 357s. They're too long. And actually, mine has more kickback than his does. Ooh, Miss Vicky's got to make pumpkin pie tomorrow. Chastity's cooking. I'm just going to eat. I'm just saying. That's what happens when your children get grown. Hey, Kitten Mittens, welcome in. Oh, don't thank you. My daddy was a truck driver. We were taught about guns and how to use them because he was gone. Right, Miss Beverly. Well, my dad was too because he used to work in the oil field. Oh, Tank, once a Marine, always a Marine. Once a Navy. Once you're in the military, I think you always remain in the military. 'Cause my dad came out of the army and he was a drill sergeant in there and he drill sergeant us. I'm married to a farmer, and I say that loosely, Marine. He raised my son like he was a DI. I started to sue the military for ruining him. Welcome in, Kitten Mittens. How are you doing? Where are you from? And do you crochet? Do you knit? Or are you just popping in to say hi to everyone? I'm making pies tonight. Purple, sweet potato, and apple. Now, how you making those sweet potatoes purple? Tank, I remember when my brother shot his first deer. You got to get initiated. They hung that doggone deer up in that tree, and when they gutted him in the woods, but they left something in there. When they got to the house and they hung that sucker up in that tree, they took my brother and dang near shoved all of him inside. He come out just as bloody. Oh my God. Yes, Dawn, I love apple butter. Right, Miss Vicky, I'm not cooking all that food no more. Once a sailor, always a sailor. That's right. My brother was in the Navy, and then I had two cousins that was in the Navy. And one of them was stationed in San Diego for the longest time, and he was actually military police out there. And my brother was on a ship. Oh, you grow purple sweet potato. What? Now I've heard of red sweet potatoes and white sweet potatoes, but I ain't never heard of no purple sweet potato. As of right now, I can still be recalled. Oh, wow. Hmm. You don't reach a certain age limit where they can't recall you? I'm gonna have to look for some purple sweet taters. Yep. Oh, he had to clean his own deer too, Tank. Now I done cleaned plenty of squirrels and rabbits. That's why you hear me say all the time there's more than one way to skin a squirrel, because there literally is more than one way to skin them. But Lord, if you skin one wrong and got a bunch of hair on it, you better not put it in that thing and take it in there in that kitchen with my mom. She would literally hit you with it, and you had to get all the hair off of it. Oh, okay. Joe, I'm not saying that you done got too old. I'm not saying that, but I didn't know if if there was a cutoff for it or not. Good night, Dawn. Kitten Mitten says, "Do the purple potatoes taste the same?" I mean, for the ones that's had them. Dawn P says, "Have a great night and a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am thankful for family, both blood and extended, including my YouTube Yarny community." You too, Dawn. Best not be telling Granny D about skinning the squirrel. Felicia, do the purple sweet potatoes taste the same as the red and the white? I love me a good white sweet potato. Take and wash that sucker good, poke some holes in it, rub it down with some good old bacon grease, wrap it and put it in the oven and bake it. Oh my God. Tank says, "I think she'd understand, Michelle." And Felicia says, "Purple sweet potatoes are a bit drier, but very similar." Hmm. I'm gonna have to ask my husband about purple sweet potatoes because they used to grow sweet potatoes growing up. And I had never heard of a white sweet potato, y'all, until I came to Alabama. But when I got my first one, I fell in love with them because I can take a sweet potato, throw it in the oven, and bake it, and that's a meal for me. Put me some butter and a little salt, and that's all I need. I don't need nothing else. I know a lot of people put raisins and marshmallows and all that stuff on top of them. Nana Michelle said the white sweet potatoes are the true sweet potatoes, and the orange ones are the yams, from what I understand. Huh. Angie, look at Angie. I'm eating sweet potatoes right now. I would love to try a purple one. Kitten Mitten says, "Think I'll stick to my plain old taters. Gold or white are yummy." Yes. Well, orange is what we call red, Deanna. Good night, Melissa. I'm fixing to get ready to get off of here too. I got a couple of more videos I need to record. I don't know what time we're leaving tomorrow. I know Chastity and them got to work, and they don't get off work till 5, so it'll be probably sometime after 12. Unless he want to leave early and let's go hit some of them stores up down there. Anything purple is delicious, just saying. I have one cooked in the refrigerator. I'll eat it tomorrow. But I get the sweet potato tater tots and the fries, and I cook them in my air fryer. And if I go to a restaurant and they offer sweet potato fries, I get them. I love anything sweet potato. From candied yams to sweet potato pies to baked sweet potatoes. I've even taken sweet potatoes and sliced them and fried them for fries. Felicia says she's obsessed with purple veggies. So do you eat eggplant, Felicia? Miss Beverly says, I vote for plain old taters too. And I love me some eggplant. To me, it's just like eating a fried green tomato. Good for cholesterol. Huh. Pick up this knit needle before I mess around and roll back on it and break it. And then I'd be mad. I can't finish my hat. And I'll have to go buy another set. It's not your favorite, but you eat them. We have brown sugar and cinnamon sweet potato kettle chips. Ooh. The darker the fruit or veggies, the more vitamins and minerals they have. Look, I went to Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby Sunday. Michael's and Joann's Monday, Hobby Lobby. And I literally only bought 2 skeins of yarn. And that's this. That was it. I got my 15 millimeter bamboo needles and some other little stuff, which that video will be out tomorrow. And y'all see everything that I got. I got a couple of books. One's a knitting book, Angie. Hobby Lobby got some books on clearance. So I got this one for $3.73. And it's got the bamboo stitch in there. It's got the seed stitch, the moss stitch. It's got a bunch of stitches. Regular $14.95, marked down to $3.73. And then I got this one. It was marked down from $9.99 to $2.49. Ubby is going to a swap meet, so I'm asking to yarn shop. There you go, Deanna. You too, Kitten Mittens. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. And I got this one from Joann's. Now I'm going to do an individual video for this one and show y'all what stitches are in here. And if there's one in here that y'all want to do a tutorial on, and you'll just let me know, and then I'll do it. But I got this one at Joann's. Joann's has done away with their book section at mine, and they're no longer carrying hardback books. All of their books are coming like in a magazine form. And I really don't like that because the pages are not as good as a book page. There you go. He's going to a swap meet, so you get to go yarn shop. But what I was saying about Joann's, their big twist, I think they have 4 colors left and maybe 2 skeins of each of those 4 colors. Same to you, Deanna. Yep. Well, ladies, and if there are any gentlemen in here, I'm going to get ready to jump off of here and try to work on this shawl some more. I'm not going to work on the hat anymore. I'm going to work on the shawl and try to go on and get that done tonight. And then I can type that up and get it uploaded for y'all. And once you get that, if you have any problems, just send me an email. And I will be glad to answer any questions that you have about it. Even though it's not my pattern. But I will help y'all get through it. You went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, bought nothing but bought 8 skeins at Dollar Tree. Good night, Sabrina. Good night, Maribel. But thank y'all for being here. And I hate I missed y'all yesterday. But I screwed the pooch with the internet. Vicky says Cyber Monday Big Twist is going to be $249. There I go. Y'all, also Premier's having some good sales. Good night, Olive Joe, and same to you. She says hi and bye, Angie and Vicky. Oh, thank you, Miss C. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I have spent a lot of time on it. And Veronica and I are doing it together. Good night, Sanita. Sanita, did I even say hi to you, honey? If I didn't, I'm so sorry. What I was saying, I've been helping Veronica with it too, so we pretty much at the same place on it. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and work it up so I can get it out to y'all, and then I can get with her and help her with hers, so she can get hers finished as well. But yeah, it's supposed to be nice and warm here all the rest of the week, and we're supposed to be getting some rain, I think, starting Friday. So, oh, okay. And we're going to dance our way out with Sabrina. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, next Monday, we'll be back at our regular time. We will be having a members only live Monday. Do y'all want to keep it at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, or do y'all want to do it before I go live? Rain for the game Saturday. Yes, Felicia. Alabama and Auburn, baby. And I bet they gonna play when we gonna be live. Yes, each and every one of y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving with friends, family, whoever you're gonna be with. Don't eat too much. Don't eat too much. Okay, Sunita. All right. Yep, don't eat too much. Stay away from the pies. Chassie's supposed to be cooking ribs and greens and a ham. Ribs, greens, ham, green beans, dressing, macaroni and cheese, and I don't know what else. I don't know what else she's supposed to be cooking. She ain't said nothing about no desserts. And Mama ain't cooking. Good night, everybody, and I will see y'all in the YouTube streets. And remember, Veronica's not going live Thursday. I think she's gonna go Friday. I think. And we'll be live Saturday. And I'm sure I'll have to watch the game after the live Saturday, but that's fine. So, Sandrine, if you in the live Saturday in Alabama and Auburn playing, Felicia, if you're in there, shh, don't talk about it in the chat. Don't spoil the fun for me. But yes, I'm going to finish working on this shawl for a little while tonight. And go ask my hubby what time are we leaving tomorrow so I'll know whether I need to pack tonight or in the morning. Or I can wait till in the morning and do it. So, you're welcome, Miss Vicky. So, good night, everybody. Enjoy your time off from work. Hopefully, you have Thursday and Friday off so you have a long weekend and you can go shopping Friday. If you want to fight the crowd. But they've been having sales all month, so. But yes, y'all enjoy your time off. Enjoy friends and family. And until next time, good night.